In this video, we're going to look at how to use our calculator, the TI-83 or 84, to solve systems of equations. So specifically, we're going to do three things. We're going to learn how to enter an augmented matrix. We're going to learn how to use the RREF function, which puts our matrix into row reduced echelon form. And then when we have decimal answers, we're going to learn how to convert those decimals to fractions. So let's begin with this first system of equations. So the augmented matrix that this would go with is the matrix. It's a 2 by 3 matrix. Our first row would look like 2, 5, negative 3, and the second row would look like 4, 3, 7. So to enter this into our calculator, we would press the second and then the X inverse button, because this gets us to that matrix menu. And then what we want to do is we want to edit a matrix. So we're going to right arrow over here, and I'm going to put it into matrix B because I already have something in matrix A. I could also just put it in matrix A, but let's go ahead and put it in B. So up here it tells what size the matrix needs to be. So it's always rows by columns. So since I have 2 rows, I'm going to put 2 and then press enter. And then I have 1, 2, 3 columns, so I'm going to put 3 and then enter. And then it'll allow us to enter our values row by row. So I'm going to put 2, 5, I'm pressing enter between each value, negative 3, 4, 3, 7. I'm going to just double check that I have all of the entries correct. One thing to notice here is when I enter negative 3, I need to use this negative, not the subtraction sign. So I do have all my values correct. And so to get out of the matrix editor, I'm going to press second and then mode, which is our quit button. So that is how you enter a matrix into the calculator. Now let's look at how we would solve this matrix using the calculator. So to solve the matrix, we need to put our matrix into RREF form. So to get to that, we're going to press second again and go back to our matrix menu, so press X inverse, and then we're going to right arrow over to the math menu and scroll down until we get to RREF. So notice there's REF and RREF, and we want the RREF. Once we're on it, we're going to press enter, and then we need to tell it which matrix we want to put in that form. So we have to go back to the matrix menu, second, X to the negative 1, and then I need to, while in this names column, I need to go down to matrix B because that's the one that I have my matrix in, and press enter. I can put a right paren here, or it'll let me get away with just pressing enter right now. So this is our RREF form. So notice here I can see that this says 1x plus 0y equals this number, and 0x plus 1y equals this number, if I think of that back in terms of equations. So I want to have more of a fraction answer here because I don't like having the big long decimals. I don't like having to round. So the next thing we need to do is learn how to put it into fraction form. To display this matrix in fraction form, what we're going to do is we're going to press the math button and then choose this to fraction option and press enter. And you can see here that I now have the matrix 1, 0, 22 sevenths, 0, 1, negative 13 sevenths. So this tells me x is 22 sevenths and y is negative 13 sevenths. Here's another example. We have a system of 3 equations and 3 unknowns this time. I want you to see if you can go through this process to solve the system of equations using your calculator. So you can see I have my augmented matrix here, and I've inputted this as a 3 by 4 matrix into my calculator. Also notice down here as we go into our matrix editor, we can't see all the values, but if you scroll to the right you can see the rest of them. We're going to quit out of here, and then I'm going to go back to that matrix menu, go to Math, go down here to RREF, press enter, and I had that in matrix A, so remember I pressed second X inverse to get to my matrix menu, and I have it in matrix A this time, and this is what I get. And then I want to convert that to fractions, so I press Math to fraction, and I get X equals 139 over 28, Y equals negative 75 over 28, and Z equals 1/12. That's it for this video. Hope it was helpful.